All right, word on these Detroit Lions streets is that the Lions are going to open up versus the Bears of Chicago, and then they could play 4 straight AFC teams. Let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the videos. It'll be the first time under Matt Patricia that they opening week wouldn't face a rookie quarterback unless some injury happened, and 2 injuries had to happen. Nick Foles, it wouldn't be too surprised if he get injured. And Mitchell Trubisky is there. So they faced rookie quarterbacks the last 2 seasons. In the first 2 seasons of Patricia, first was Sam Darnold. I was at that game. He lit up the Lions. And then it was Kyler Murray last year, which they had a draw with. So that's something to look at as well, too. So, Matt Patricia, for the first time, doesn't really have to draw up a game plan based off college film and what they may do with Kyler, what they may do with, Sam Darnold. So he know what Nick Foles brings to the table. He know what Trubisky brings to the table. Seen him 4 times in the last 2 years. Well, maybe not 4 times. He got injured 1 year. So should be very, very interesting in my opinion. Going into 3rd season for Patricia. We open up at home versus Chicago. So we won't be at Soldier Field, and we won't play them on Thanksgiving again because we always play at home on Thanksgiving. So it'll be interesting. I think in week 17, the Lions will play the Minnesota Vikings as being league because the league like the in-division games for week 17. So therefore, Green Bay is supposed to be playing Chicago week 17. So that will leave Minnesota to play Detroit week 17. But Chicago got the most talented roster in the NFC North. And I really don't think it's disputable. It's from top to bottom. The defense is crazy. They just added Gibson to the safety with Eddie Jackson. I mean, they just a talented team. They got, good weapons, offensive line solid. Just they missing that, main ingredient, which is, the quarterback, and that's like making macaroni and cheese. You got the butter, you got the pet milk, you got the motherfucking pasta, but you ain't got the cheese. You know what I'm saying? They got all this money they spending on the dope pass rushers, all the money they spending on the receiving core is super duper dope. They brought Jimmy Graham there. I don't know what's left for him. They got the running back from Iowa State last year. They still got Tyreek Cohen. They got everything. Let Tyler Gabriel go, but they still got pretty good receivers in Allen Robinson and Anthony Miller. It's the most talented team from top to bottom in NFC North, in my opinion. They just don't have the quarterback position. So it'll be an interesting game. Probably be without fans at Ford Field. They still selling season tickets as if fans will be allowed. So they do have a refund policy. I still wouldn't trust to buy it ahead of time unless the tickets are, they got to cut them tickets by 50% or 30%. For me to even consider going down there and buying them and not, waiting on a refund. Oh, it's going to take 30 days to get your refund. No, I want my money ASAP. So, looking at that game as far as playing the Bears, a lot got to happen from now in training camp as far as injuries, as far as, everything, injuries and who going to win the quarterback battle, Foles or Trubisky. And, there's a lot of different things that got to happen for us as well. And if Stafford not healthy, then we're going to be in a bit of trouble. But it's too premature to kind of look at that. They beat us, I think, twice last year. Chase Daniels, who our backup quarterback, I think beat us in Thanksgiving. So you just got to see how it really panned out versus Chicago Bears, man. It's a winnable game because Foles, you don't even know if he's going to be healthy or is he even formidable, outside of the Philadelphia Eagles system is the $1 million question. And if he ain't formable outside that system, then him and Trubisky might be a coin flip. So you got to still prepare for 2 quarterbacks. Trubisky, mobility, Foles, pocket presence, and he looked like he was doing good in Jacksonville, before he got injured in week 1. He was throwing some good balls down the field, man. But, playing Chicago week 1, used to it. I remember one time we played them, that time that the Calvin Johnson catch rule and Backus got Stafford knocked out the game. But that's a very, very dangerous game from the aspect of Khalil Mack going to want to have a better season this year. And if Nick Foles can provide them some juice from the quarterback position, that defense is going to be that much more deadlier. And with them, maybe the Lions basically starting 2 rookie guards and then Big V, they said he got tortured in the NFC East. Stafford could be knocked out this game if they can't run the ball and if they can't pass block. That's something to look at. It's a dangerous week 1 matchup to be breaking in basically a new offensive line, or you better hope the rookies come to play because Akeem Spence and him blitzing up the middle. Big V better come to play because Khalil Mack coming. Taylor Decker better come to play. All them dudes better come to play. Because the Bears is a really, really good, strong strong defense and they fast. And if they don't come correct on that offensive line, this may be a situation where we might be in a bit of trouble. But the good thing about it is that pass rush won't be as potent, without crowd noise. You know what I'm saying? Without fans, we ain't rooting for Chicago. So, interesting game. Before I get into the AFC opponents, going into Week 17, possibly playing Minnesota. I mean, Minnesota's talented. They lost Everson Griffin. Obviously, I heard the Lions was looking at bringing in Everson Griffin. Kirk Cousins got that money, so he should be comfortable. I think they added a receiver in the draft as well. No more Stephon Diggs. He was doing a number on Darius Slay last year, but he's a fantastic receiver. So, Minnesota is always a tough game, but to look ahead, several months, Week 17, you really don't know what can happen. You get Kirk Cousins all that money, he relapsed and he ain't good as he was. That's something to look at. So, a little bit premature. Dalvin Cook should be rested. He always going to be a problem, but, Week 17 may mean something, may mean nothing. It may mean, Patricia already fired. It may be Patricia is looking back, coming back year 4 and going into the playoffs. So you really never know. But playing the 4 straight AFC opponents, after Week 1, possibly, that'll be interesting because we play the AFC South. So we would play Houston. We would play Houston, the Texans, the Titans, and the Jaguars. We were supposed to play the Jaguars, remember, in London, but they shut that down due to the coronavirus and the travel ban, so they won't let the players play in London. Jaguars was actually supposed to play 2 home games in London. So, they may end up even moving to London because they can't move no tickets, so that's something to look at. They were trying to get the Chargers to move to London because they didn't play their half of the new, LA Rams stadium that they playing in, so that's something to look at. But, we got a tough schedule, man. Deshaun Watson is tough. Gardner Minshew in Jacksonville, everybody look at that as a winnable game. But he a crafty quarterback, man. And, Phillip Rivers, Jacoby Brissett in Indianapolis, I believe that's a winnable game. Tennessee is going to be a tough game. But for some reason, I feel that they're going to take a step back, Tennessee. So that could be a winnable game. I think with Matthew Stafford, that quarterback, if they can block for him and they can run the ball, anything is winnable. And Matt Patricia got to change it up defensively wise, but it's critical for Matt Patricia to change up his attack defensively and blitz more and disguise more and stunt more and be more exotic in his front. If he's not, he's gonna be exotically unemployed. But they trying to do it, man. And Chicago Bear game at home, that's a good way to kick off the season. We kicked off the season on the road last year. The year before that, we kicked it off at home. It was a disappointment. Darnold lighting us up, but it's a dangerous game for Matthew Stafford. Especially if they don't have a preseason, like a full preseason, because Stafford got to find out who his guard's going to be. And that's the quickest way to the quarterback, right up the middle. You got Ragnow to solidify the middle, but in NFC North, all the other 3 teams got significant pass rushes. Barr and Hunter coming off in Minnesota, the Smith brothers, Preston and Za'Darius Smith in Green Bay, and then we already know what Khalil Mack can do in Chicago. So all the 3 ops in the NFC North got supreme pass rushes. We the only team that don't have a pass rush in the North. And you know why they got those pass rushes? Because of the quarterbacks playing there, and they know how important it is to get to the quarterback. So Patricia got to get with the NFC North times. You got to generate a pass rush. 3 and 4 may not get there. So you got to send 5. You got to get exotic with that. But Bears week 1, not surprised. Minnesota week 17, not surprised. The possibility is just a rumor of a 4 straight AFC opponents from week 2 to, on down, depending on where the bye falls. That's kind of crazy, but I haven't heard that the Lions are going to get any primetime games. Based off last season, I know it was because Stafford got injured that our season wasn't that good. So you look for these to be all Sunday games, and then if we travel to the AFC land, CBS time for some Eastern Standard Time. So, I look forward to the season. I heard SEC is going to open up football season on time too, or their facilities, whatever it may be. So NFL is talking about open up their facilities. So it should be very, very interesting to see how the season goes. So we kick off versus Chicago possibly, and then we may end off versus Minnesota. So let me know what you guys think. And also possibility after Chicago, 4 straight AFC opponents. I don't know if the NFL is trying to do an AFC versus NFC thing, like a Captain America Civil War type stuff. So that would be dope if they played that thing, man. and kept record of who won more games in that time, AFC and NFC. But don't forget, we're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out to me anytime if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Twitter is the quickest way. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal there. Best way to donate is share the video. And don't forget to check out my other channel, Goodfellas Sports TV, for more sports, music, news, and entertainment. And the backup channel, Motor City Sports Talk 2.0. Just got that if something happened to the channel again. Appreciate it. We gone.